So welcome back to another episode, and yes, I'm talking about games that I feel are overhyped. And this is going to be a fun episode. Put your pitchforks away. I want to say that I don't hate any of these games. In fact, I like all of these games, and I played all of these games, and I bought all of these games over the years. But I just want to talk about why I think some of them are overhyped, and everybody seems to go crazy. And I'm there going, yeah, I want to go crazy, and I don't go crazy for them. And I kind of want to explore the reasons why I feel this way. I will ask you, what are some games that are overhyped for you that everybody else plays? Maybe it's Resident Evil, like the shirt I'm wearing. Maybe you don't like the game, you don't understand the hype. Whatever game it is, let me know what it is down below. Okay, we're starting off with a banger. Yes, this is gonna really ruffle a few feathers out there. And I want to say that I really like the game. I do, and I like the character. Here we go. And it is for Sonic the Hedgehog. Everybody's like, what? What are you talking about? What's going on? How could you pick this game? Okay, let's start at the beginning. I remember when they introduced Sonic. And, you know, we had Mario for Nintendo. And we had a few semi-mascots for Sega at that time with Opa Opa and Alex Kidd. But they're like, no, we need something to rival Mario, and they brought in Sonic. And I gotta say, when I first saw this character, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The speed, the action, the idea of it all was brilliant. Sega really came out swinging with this one, and then the game came out with blast processing. Everybody remembers blast processing.
Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't.
And we're like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest video game ever made with the speed. And it was the speed which was the really big thing. How you can blast through levels, and you've never seen speed like this on any other console.
Sonic the Hedgehog runs, jumps, moves, and spins at supersonic speed. And now, he's loose.
I was sold, and I picked this game up, and I started to play it, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked Mario better as a action platforming game. This was an interesting one, and the reason why I kind of got stumbled with it a little bit was I'd be speeding through, then I'd stop. I'd hit something and I'd lose all my rings. And I was like, that's kind of fun, but I just want to speed through. I thought it would be like a kind of an action game in the sense that you're just racing all the way through the level, where of course it's not that. You've got to do action platforming from level to level, from platform to platform. And I like that, but I felt that the speed stopped. The game kind of fumbled for me in that way, but I ended up becoming a lover of it. And so I really do like the original Sonic the Hedgehog. But over the years, more and more Sonic games have come out. And through the years, through the different consoles, more and more have come out. And there's a huge fan base out there. And everybody really gets hyped up for the new Sonic game and all that. And I've been there cheering for it. I have. But I've never really felt the hype. I was like, I'd always played the next, Sonic game. Like I played Sonic Frontiers. And I didn't love it. I didn't, really like it. And maybe some of you guys can point me to some other Sonic games that would really sell me on this series. Because I've never understood the hype of it all. And I like Sonic as a character, but I've never understood the hype bubble around every single release. And everybody's arguing all the time, which game is the best, which game is not. Oh, play this one, don't play this one. I get confused into it. Even my friend Pete Dorr is a massive Sonic fan, and I just want to say that I love it. I love his dedication to Sonic. I wish I felt the same way. I love the character, and the only Sonic game that I've really, really adored, and I'm still waiting for number 3, and that is Sonic Adventure. This is the game that sold me. This is the game that sold me. When I saw this on the Dreamcast in full 3D, I felt that this is the Sonic that I was waiting for personally. And I just like the adventure aspects of it and the exploration of it. And it's the music, everything came together for Sonic Adventure. I'm still waiting for number 3. I hope it comes out one day.
Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
So that's my first one. What do you guys think? Is Sonic overhyped or is it not overhyped? Let me know down below.
Come on, just show me what you got. Going fast is cool, going slow is not.
Sonic the Hedgehog!
No fool
Now, these next games are kind of a series, a semi-series, kind of off the path from the regular Mario series, and that is like the new Super Mario U. And, Super Mario U Deluxe. These games right here, this one's even signed by Charles Martinet. I do like these games. I played them with Rob. We have a lot of fun with them. It's great to return to a 2D Mario. But I don't understand the hype. These games have ballooned out, and everybody's like so excited when a new one is released, and I'm like, we've been there, done this before, and it looks really cool and really fun. It's gonna be good to get back into a platforming Mario game like the old ones with a brand new facelift, and they've done brand new mechanics in it at times. But I feel like I've been there, done that before, and I feel it doesn't do enough new stuff. I like the new 3D Marios. Those are the ones that really get me excited, like Odyssey and Bowser's Fury. Those games are phenomenal. I guess I like moving forward into 3D, but I love 2D. You guys know that. But I've never understood the hype of these Mario games. I like them, I played them, but I feel that they're super overhyped and they keep bringing them out, and I'm like, there's an audience for this, and I guess I am the audience because I always buy them and play them, but never understood the hype myself. Now the next one I definitely understand for myself, and the player I was then, the player that I am now, and the games I'm into. I'm just gonna show the second game in the series, Mortal Kombat 2. The Mortal Kombat series in general, let me say, when I first saw this in arcades, I was like, oh my god, look at this game. This is incredible, right? You'd never seen anything like that. And then I started to play it, and the play mechanics were a little bit different than what I was kind of used to in Street Fighter. I enjoyed Street Fighter as a game much more, and I still do to this day, more than Mortal Kombat. And then the second game came out, and I got it on the Super Nintendo, and I was like, okay, this is absolutely pretty cool. I like this, but the play mechanics, again, didn't really work for me. And here's where it lost me. After the second game, I could never really get back into the Mortal Kombat series, and people have been going crazy about it over the years, and, another version comes out, another version, another platform, and I'm just kind of sitting there, kind of jealous. And that's the thing, I'm kind of jealous sometimes, going, oh, I wish I could really get into the Mortal Kombat fun of it all. Everybody else is having such a great time. Why am I left in the dust? And I've never kind of understood it, because I look at the new Mortal Kombat and I see the new character reveals, and I'm like, oh my god, look, it's Alien, or it's Predator, or Homelander from The Boys. I'm like, that is amazing. And I really enjoy that aspect of it, but I just have never picked up a new Mortal Kombat game over the years. I just like, no, or if I have, I'll get it on the cheap, I'll play it, and I'm like, not really into it.
Do your worst.
I like all of the characters, I like the mythos of it all. It's great stuff, but it's just gotten beyond me, and maybe it's just not my style of game. Maybe that's the case of it. I'm more of a Street Fighter guy.
Get over here!
Okay, this one's gonna drive some people crazy, and I don't blame you, because I like this series, and I remember I was in film school, and the series came out for the first time. I didn't get the Game Boy games at all. I got the game much later on, and that is the Pokemon series. People are passing out there. I know you're all passing out, going, oh, blasphemy! How could he dare say this about the series? How could Pokemon be overhyped? I feel that it is, and I want to say that I really like these games. I love all of the characters. I like the designs of all the Pokemon. They're incredible. They're incredible. And what really got me into this series was the Sapphire version on Game Boy Advance. This version right here, oh my god, I remember getting this and playing the heck out of it and going, I understand the hype. I understand the hype. And then, after that, I was always getting excited when I'd see a new game. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get into this and play it and get excited. And I play them, and I get kind of excited. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of enjoying this and all of that. But I don't know if it deserved all the hype behind it. Like, I'm telling you, Kim played Pokemon Sword. I sat with her, we played the game together. And at the end of it, we finished the game. And we're like, oh, man, that was okay. And we were like, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. But the collectability of it, the addiction of it, that's what was there for us, to the end of the game. That's why we played it to the end of the game. I bought Pokeballs and all that kind of stuff to get into the excitement of this game, to try to wrap my head around it. And when I see a new Pokemon game on the next generation systems, am I going to be excited about it? Yes, I am. I certainly am. But some of the games have been a bit of disappointing to me over the years and all that. But I will always be excited to see a new Pokemon game but I'm not part of that, audience that gets really overhyped and it's like losing my mind, smashing my TV for the next Pokemon game. But for all of you out there that love the game and enjoy the game, I appreciate that because I like them too. Okay, it's funny because it was last week and I was thinking about all these and I'm like, oh my god, I almost forgot about this. I saw a new trailer for the new Lego Star Wars. And I'm like, I love the trailers. They've always been so exciting. And then I play the games and I'm like, it doesn't live up to the hype for me. And so my pick is Lego Star Wars. I'm just going to pick on Lego Star Wars because there's been so many of them over the years. And I played them and I love Star Wars. Or I kind of used to like Star Wars. And I've tried over the years. And Lego Star Wars for me just doesn't do it. I see the trailers look great. I play the game. Very simplistic. I'm kind of running around and I'm like, what's going on? And I want to say something. I love Lego. In fact, I bought a big space Lego thing at Christmas and me and my daughter put it together and we had a great time. So I love Lego and I love Star Wars. It comes together and it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't come together. And it's kind of frustrating for me. I'm like, come together for me, please. I want to enjoy this. And I think that's what it is. It looks so fun. And then I play it and I'm like, I'm not having that great of fun. It's actually the game that kind of throws me off. I'm like, it's okay. In fact, I don't buy Lego Star Wars. I've never bought Lego Star Wars. I've had friends of mine that are addicted to Lego Star Wars. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. Like any of the Lego I buy is always original kind of Lego stuff, like the Lego in space kind of thing. Love that stuff and all that. So yes, that is my pick there for sure. So this last one is a funny one for me personally, because I'm bugging my friend Mark at Classic Game Room because he loves this game. He's based his entire life around this game, and that is Truxton right here. This is a classic pick. I wanted to pick a classic game here. He bases his entire life on this, and he loves this game. He loves it so much. The music, the explosions, everything. And I want to say, I like this game. But I don't, Mark. I don't understand the hype. I want you to try to explain it to me once again. This is one of the early games on the Sega Genesis. And it was a shooter game. And I think the claim to fame was the explosions. How they had these huge skulls in them. That was amazing. I did enjoy all of that. But this game has gone up in price over the years. And there's a lot of hype around it. And I've never quite understood it. The graphics are decent. It's a decent shooter. It's a bit of fun. But like a lot of retro games, I think a lot of retro games have this status around them that keep building and building and building and building. And our generation, the older generation, keeps building them up. Like even like Musha, great game, but massively overpriced, massively overhyped. But it's still a great game. Nobody's saying that these games aren't great, but sometimes the hype gets bigger than what they are, and they don't live up to the hype. And I'm bringing this up on purpose because my show has been to talk about a lot of older games, and some people have come in and said, I played that older game and I didn't like it. It doesn't live up to the hype. It's too old. And yeah, you have to be there at the time. And a lot of these games are an emotional thing, that you play them at the right time in your life and they have an emotional response to you. And you're like, I love this game. Just like Mark loves Truxton. Something happened to him as a child and he was in this dark room playing Truxton and he's like, he has this religious little moment with the game and it becomes so entrenched in his love and DNA that it becomes this massively hype thing in his life. Like me with the E-Series, like me with a lot of series. We're all to blame for the hype. And that's what I want to end this episode on. I'm one to overhype games. And I don't mean to, it's because I love them. And I want people to enjoy them and enjoy the experience that I had. The same things that like a lot of you play games, you're like, please play these games and feel the feeling that I had. All you want is for people to enjoy what you've enjoyed. It's a very, very simple thing. And again, I want to say I love all of these games. I really do. And I'm not trashing any of them. I'm just saying that sometimes for me personally, they become a little overhyped. What are some games that are overhyped for you? You've never understood the love, the addiction, the insanity, the hype bubble around them all. Let me know what those games are down below. So anyways, guys, until next time.